Why looking poor can actually make you richer and happier. In a world obsessed with flexing wealth on social media, keeping a low profile might seem boring. But hear me out. Looking poor, or let's say living modestly, can actually be a secret weapon to growing wealth and living stress-free. True wealth isn't about showing off. It's about mastering control over your life, money, and mindset. Why do you need to look poor? I'll share that with you right now. How looking poor can become your approach to financial independence. Let me break down 5 reasons why looking poor could be your biggest financial flex yet. 1. It simplifies life and saves your sanity. In modern society, there's a pervasive belief that happiness and success are tied to wealth and possessions. Advertisements and social media often perpetuate this idea, creating an environment where people feel compelled to buy more, keep up with trends, and present themselves as affluent, whether or not that is the case. People who simplify their lives focus on cultivating their inner peace, emotional well-being, and meaningful relationships. By reducing their desire for more, they create space for deeper, more fulfilling experiences that aren't reliant on external validation or consumer goods. Ever dream of owning a Ferrari? Imagine someone hands you the keys to a brand new one tomorrow, for free. At first, you're on top of the world, cruising the streets, turning heads, feeling like a rock star. But then reality hits. That insurance bill? 5 times more than your regular car. Gas, premium only. Repairs, a single tire costs more than your monthly rent. Suddenly, this free Ferrari feels like a financial black hole. This is called the Diderot effect, named after a French philosopher who got a fancy red robe and felt like everything else he owned was suddenly outdated. So, he upgraded everything, his furniture, decor, lifestyle, and went into debt. Moral of the story? Flashy things often create more problems than they solve. In my opinion, looking poor is important for several reasons. Not only does it simplify your life, but it also allows you to fully enjoy the possessions you already have. When we practice gratitude for the things we own, it can lead to greater happiness and contentment. From a financial perspective, adding recurring cost to your life can create unnecessary stress. As your month-to-month expenses rise, it may tie you to a job you don't enjoy, simply because you need to ensure you can make those payments. This can limit your opportunities, preventing you from exploring entrepreneurship or even considering a new job. The anxiety about making ends meet can hold you back from pursuing growth or change. By intentionally choosing a modest lifestyle, you free yourself from these financial burdens, granting you flexibility, peace of mind, and the freedom to pursue what truly matters. Living simply helps you avoid the one upgrade leads to another trap, plus less clutter, less stress. 2. It's cheaper, so you can build real wealth. Ever noticed how some people with the latest iPhones are still living paycheck to paycheck? Newsflash, 65% of Americans are doing just that. Living modestly means skipping the urge to buy every new gadget, designer sneaker, or luxury watch. And guess what? That money adds up fast. This approach allows individuals to focus on what truly matters, reducing unnecessary costs and building more secure and fulfilling life. People often feel compelled to spend money on the latest gadgets, clothing, cars, and luxury items to maintain a certain image of success. This pressure can lead to overspending, especially when individuals purchase items they don't really need or can't afford. Looking poor helps to counteract this pressure. By choosing to embrace a simpler, less flashy lifestyle, individuals can avoid the societal expectation to constantly update their possessions to reflect status. Instead of spending money on high-end cars, designer clothing, or expensive gadgets, they prioritize essentials and choose items that are more practical and long-lasting. In turn, this leads to lower discretionary spending and a much smaller overall cost of living. By shifting focus away from appearances, individuals can focus on what truly matters in their lives, such as health, relationships, and personal development, without feeling obligated to purchase unnecessary luxury items. Let's say you save $500 a month by not upgrading your phone every year or buying into trends. By the end of the year, that's $6,000. Now, instead of blowing it on stuff you don't need, you invest it, maybe in an S&P 500 index fund. Fast forward 25 years, and that same $6,000 a year could grow into over $500,000. The real flex. Having money working for you while others are busy chasing the next must-have item. 3. It attracts the right people and filters out the fake ones. We all know that person, the one who flexes their luxury lifestyle on Instagram with designer clothes, vacations, and fancy cars. But ask yourself, how many of their friends are around for them versus their lifestyle? When you choose to live simply and avoid flaunting wealth, you invite people to connect with you for who you truly are, rather than what you have. In social circles where wealth and status are the focal points, relationships can often be based on materialism or the desire to benefit from someone else's success. By looking poor and embracing modesty, you are likely to attract individuals who value character, personality, and shared interests over material possessions. These authentic connections are based on mutual respect, shared experiences, and genuine understanding, rather than the allure of what you own or what you can offer. As a result, you're more likely to form lasting, meaningful friendships and relationships that are grounded in trust and sincerity. A flashy car, expensive clothes, or designer accessories often signal success. But they can also attract individuals who are more interested in status and wealth than in forming genuine, heartfelt connections. Plus, staying low-key keeps you off the radar of sketchy people. Flash too much wealth online, and you might just become a target for scams, break-ins, or worse. Or it makes you happier with what you already have. Remember the excitement of getting a new gadget. That dopamine hit fades fast, and pretty soon you're back to craving the next thing. Psychologists call this the hedonic treadmill. No matter how much you buy or how rich you get, your happiness tends to level out. A study in 1978 even found that lottery winners felt no happier a few months after their win than they did before striking it big. Mind-blowing, right? Instead of chasing endless upgrades, try this. Look around and be genuinely grateful for what you already have. A bed to sleep in, clean water, food on the table. Stuff we often take for granted, but millions don't have access to. By letting go of the pressure to constantly upgrade, you begin to appreciate the utility, beauty, and sentimental value of the things you already own. This sense of contentment prevents the constant dissatisfaction that arises when you're always chasing the next best thing. By focusing on what you have instead of what you lack, you cultivate a sense of abundance rather than scarcity. Practicing gratitude has been proven to increase happiness, reduce stress, and improve overall well-being. True happiness doesn't come from material wealth, but from meaningful experiences, strong relationships, and personal growth. By focusing on what matters and valuing what you already own, you can experience deeper contentment, peace of mind, and long-lasting joy. When you stop constantly wanting more, you start appreciating the things and people that truly matter. 5. You can retire earlier with less money. Living modestly means you don't need millions to retire comfortably. Here's the math. If your lifestyle costs $50,000 a year, you'll need around $125 million saved up to retire comfortably, based on the 4% rule, which says you can withdraw 4% of your savings yearly without running out. But what if your lifestyle only costs $35,000? Now, you only need $875,000 to retire. The less you need to maintain your lifestyle, The sooner you can hit that magic financial freedom number, the less you spend, the less you need to retire comfortably. By cutting expenses, you shrink the financial expenses, you shrink the financial target, making early retirement more achievable. Debt is one of the biggest barriers to early retirement. Every debt payment you make reduces the amount you can save and invest. Living modestly allows you to avoid lifestyle inflation and debt traps such as high-interest credit card debt, expensive car payments, and unnecessary loans for luxury goods or vacations. Early retirement doesn't necessarily mean stopping all forms of income. Many early retirees shift from active income to a passive income through smart investments and side projects such as dividend stocks, rental properties, index funds, and part-time passion projects. True wealth is not about the size of your bank account, but the freedom to live life on your own terms. Simplify, save, and prioritize what truly matters, and you'll find that early retirement are not just possible, but deeply fulfilling. Less spending, less stress, more freedom. Simple. Final thoughts. The real flex, peace of mind. Looking poor or living simply isn't about deprivation, it's about freedom. Freedom from debt, stress, and the endless cycle of wanting more. It's about building wealth quietly, focusing on what really matters and staying true to yourself. So next time you're tempted by the latest iPhone or that designer bag, ask yourself, is this actually making my life better, or is it just making someone else richer? Choose wisely. Your future self will thank you. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more investment advice.